Hello and welcome back to yet another comparison review. Today we have the best sports-focused true wireless in-ear headphones, the Jabra Elite Active 75Ts, Jaybird Vista as well as the Powerbeats Pro.
I'm not interested in your money. I'm more interested in the things you do. It's like they made you for my body. The way I fit so perfectly with you.
Getting straight into it, we'll first start off with the design and build quality. The Jabra Elite Active 75Ts and the Jaybird Vista have a much more compact case and has a matte rubber coating on its outer layer. Meanwhile, the case on the Powerbeats Pro is notoriously huge and bulky, not to mention it's rather slippery to hold in the hand and get scratched up very easily if you drop it. The Jabra's case is definitely the smallest, followed by the Jaybirds and lastly the Powerbeats. The look and feel of the case on the Jabra's is the most premium out of the three. Well, the Jaybirds case has the cheapest feeling with a loud click when you shut the case. On the Jaybirds case, however, there is a strap attachment and a strap included so that you can attach it to your gym bag securely. For charging, none of these sports earbuds offer wireless charging. The Powerbeats Pro charge via a lightning port while the rest charges via USB-C port. Moving on to the earbuds themselves, we first start off with the Jabras, who is yet the best feeling of the three. The Jabras does not rely on any ear hooks or ear wings to keep them in place when doing vigorous exercises. The Jaybirds meanwhile uses ear wing attachments to help them stay in place. Meanwhile, the Powerbeats Pro utilizes ear hooks that go over your ear and holds the buds in place. All three earbuds are constructed with a plastic finishing but are coated with matte rubber finishings to keep water out. Moving on to comfort and fit, the Jabras have taken the crown again as being the best in stability, durability as well as fit. All three earbuds have done really well in staying in place during intense workouts and never did they manage to drop out. However, the Powerbeats Pro do cause wearing fatigue after 2 hours of use where I feel my ears hurting from the grip of the ear hooks. This is a rare situation of earbuds actually causing pain, but isn't as painful as those of the on-ear headphones. It's definitely a little bothersome and makes you want to readjust or stop wearing them eventually. The ear hooks are bendable and adjustable, but no matter how I adjust them, the issue of ear pain still persists. Well, the Jaybirds does not cause any discomfort. Finding a right fit is really important as the Jaybirds ear hook also creates some ear pain. In my case, I use the smallest ear tips that has barely any hooks and it stayed in place during my workouts. Durability wise, the Jabras are IP57 dust and waterproof. The Jaybirds are IPX7 waterproof and the Powerbeats are claimed to be water resistant even if they don't have an official IP rating. That in layman terms simply means that the Elite Active 75Ts and the Jaybirds can be submerged in 1 meter of water without damage for 30 minutes. Well, the Jabras can take it to the next level to include dust resistance. That simply means that the Jabras are ready for the beach. The Powerbeats on the other hand are the weakest with only light water resistance. On the feature of auto playing and pausing your music, the Jabras as well as the Beats do offer that function but not the Jaybirds. Next, we got the most important factor, sound quality. Now before we go in further, there is no active noise cancelling feature on any of these earbuds, only passive noise isolation on the Jabras and the Jaybirds. The Powerbeats however do rely on the feet to let in external ambient surrounding noise. For those who exercise on the street, this may be an advantage so that you can always stay aware of high volume traffic. But in recent years, technology has caught up. Jabra have the Hear True Plus feature which allows you to pump in your environmental sounds through its microphones, and it seems to work as naturally as it could be. You can alter the amount to let in via the Jabra Connect Plus app available for download on the app and Play Store. Now we'll stay focused on the passive noise isolation and talk about the overall app experience in the later part of the review. Now the Jaybirds are disappointing, not for the fact that the noise isolation is bad, but because they do not have such a feature to begin with. They seal the word out really well, but for those who are looking out for themselves in traffic, they do not have such a feature. As with sports earbuds, there's definitely a bias on the bass response straight out of the box. Now for bass heads looking to blow their eardrums with bass, the Jaybirds are the way to go. The bass is really deep, tight and punchy, and it resonates and lingers in the song. The mids are clear and the bass does not bleed into the mids. However, the mids are not as pronounced and forward as they should be. The highs are decent and did not really stand out or shine as much, in part due to the bass. But not to worry, the Jaybird sound signature is also customizable in the Jaybird app. Next, the Powerbeats Pro are also as bass heavy, but they do maintain a significant amount of clarity in the rest of the frequency response. The Beats bass is deep and tight, but it's fast and does not resonate as much. This is a good thing since the mids sound forward and loud, being careful not to take away from the surround and soundstage. The highs are bright and clear with vocals being heard in the forefront. Distinct left and right channels could be heard. However, with the Beats, you do lose the ability to tune your sound settings to your liking since there is a lack of a built-in equalizer in the Beats app. Going third party is always an option if you really want to. Lastly, we have the Elite Active 75Ts, which does not have a sound quality as great as the Beats. In terms of bass, it falls in the middle of the Jaybird's and the Beats. It resonates but it did not manage to keep its clarity and tend to bleed into the mids. Out of the box, it can be really distracting, especially when the bass resonates too much and become muddy and boomy. The highs sound decently bright and are filled with plenty of details. The mids do sound very crisp, but certain sound tuning is definitely needed to improve its clarity. You may do all of that in the Jabra Connect Plus app as mentioned above. Moving on to the core quality, let's look at the Jabras first because as always, Jabra did it again. They blew the rest out of the water with its superior core quality, leaving only your voice audible to the caller on the other hand. The Powerbeats Pro are second in line, but they do let in a small amount of environmental noises, but my voice is still always clear. In line is the Jaybird Vista with its muffled down voice capture that really isn't worth using even if you need to answer a quick call. Last but not least, the connectivity of these three buds. Starting off with the Powerbeats Pro, the Beats app isn't anything you write home about. It works all the time detecting the earbuds on the Android side, but the only useful features are checking the battery life as well as updating the firmware. Next, the Jaybird Vista is a decently well curated app. In the app, you can fine-tune the sound signature, trace your buds location, update the firmware, and customize your buds control. It's by far the most comprehensive app until you use the Jabra's app. The Jabra Connect Plus app is the best of the best app that is not only filled with features like sound tuning, settings moments, listening to calming masking noises, and more, but also additional functions like tracing the earbuds, changing the microphone capture equalizer, enabling side tone and hear through plus, as well as updating the earbuds. On Bluetooth connections, the Powerbeats Pro features Class 1 Bluetooth and AAC codecs, while the Jabra and Jaybird features Bluetooth 5 with SBC and AAC codecs. So definitely no high quality audio codec support, but a strong connection with its current Bluetooth standards. The Powerbeats Pro and the Jaybird Vista allow for listening with one ear with either bud, but the Jabras only support the right earbud for single ear listening. Comparing battery life, the Beats last the longest with 9 hours on a single charge, the Jabra second with 7.5 hours and the Jaybird's with 6 hours. The Jabra's case however holds the most charge with a total of 28 hours, the Beats with 24 hours, and lastly the Jaybird's with 16 hours. All in all three earbuds excel in various areas, but if I were to rank them, I would definitely go Jabra Elite Active 75Ts first, the Jaybird's Vista second, followed by the Powerbeats third. The Jabras may have their bass bleeding into the mids, but it's definitely fixable in the app. The rest of the features like core quality, app user experience, total battery life, compactness of case and buds, as well as dust and water resistance, all beat the rest of the competition. Next, the Jaybird Vistas are not too far behind with an app experience as great as the Jabras. Customization of sound and button controls, durability and compactness of the case and buds are still compelling factors for those who love the deep, resonating Jaybird bass sound as well as form factor. Lastly, the Powerbeats Pro with the least features and multiple limitations. It's definitely better than the rest of the competition for it to be in the top 3. But if you are nitpicking here, the case is too bulky, and Jabra just proved it wrong by having a larger case does not equate to longer battery life. Its app is barely useful and the ear hook design causes wearing fatigue. For Apple users, it's definitely the way to go if you prefer charging your buds and your phone with the same lightning cable, as well as take advantage of the H1 chip for Hey Siri support. For the rest of us, I would say that the Jabra Elite Active 75T is the way to go. Thank you for watching and please check out our written review over at DARADISER.com/best sports true wireless. Also, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more.